C++ statically typed compiled programming language famous for its widespread use in software infrastructure and implement for its steep learning curve. It was created in 1979 by Bjorn Strostrup at AT&T Bell Labs. He was inspired by the object-oriented nature of Simula, but needed a language with the high performance of C, and thus C with classes was born. It designs a superset of C, which means that virtually any C program is also valid C++ program, but it also adds zero overhead abstractions such as object-oriented patterns like polymorphism, encapsulations, and inheritance. Today, it used in wide variety of systems with constrained memory demands like the Unreal Engine for AAA video games, programs like Adobe After Effects that were used to edit this video database like MySQL and MongoDB, embedded systems like display on your smart toaster, and it used to implement much of our low-level infrastructure like language compilers and virtual machines. It's so popular because it provides low-level memory and hardware control like C, but with high-level abstractions like classes and smart pointers. C++ makes it harder to shoot yourself in the foot, but when you do, blow your whole leg off. C++ is the one of the most popular programming language in the world, and is the language of choice for building performance critical applications, video games, device drivers, web browsers, servers, operating systems, and so on. That's why it's used by large companies like Adobe, Google, Microsoft, Netflix, and even government agencies like NASA, just to name a few. To get started, install a C++ compiler like GCC or Clang. Then, create a file ending in CPP. Include IOStream from standard library to handle input and output. Your code will start executing from the main function. To print hello world, we simply use standard character output, followed by the bitwise, shift-left operator, and string literal. We can get off this steady though by adding a namespace to the top of the file. Now, if you want to create a string variable, we can do so by typing it as an array of characters. However, if we include string from the standard library, we can use the string type instead. The real game change though is the fact that C++ support object-oriented programming with classes. A classes is just a blueprint for an object inside a class. You can define attributes and methods that will be private by default or make them public by adding them under the public specifier. It's also possible to define methods outside the class definition using a double colon. Methods can also be defined multiple times with different parameters, which is known as overloading and is a form of polymorphism. In addition, we can define constructors and destructors to run code when an object is created or destroyed. Classes also support inheritance, allowing developers to more efficiently share logic throughout a program. To instantiate an object, type class name followed by the name of your object and optionally and parameters for the constructor. When it comes to memory, we could manage everything manually with pointer and reference. However, tools like unique pointer can get the job done in a way that easier and safer by ensuring that only one object can be allocated to memory. Now, to run your code, open up the terminal and use tool like Clang++ to compile it. C++ is the one of the first language often taught to computer science or software engineering students because it has influenced many programming languages like C#, Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, Dart, and so on. C++ is still one of the fastest and most efficient language available. So, if you want to build an application that needs to be fast and use memory efficiently, C++ is a great choice.